What's up, YouTube? Coming at you with a bit of a late response for romie14. He had a March contest, which was also for 400 subscribers. Romie, I know you've hit the 400 already, so congratulations, man. That's awesome. The contest was a sports moment that you could actually be at, as far as just something, like really epic, like just a famous moment in time in sports that you would have liked to have attended. There's so many, of course, that are out there, man. I mean, just being a fan of like University of Texas, of course, I would have liked to have been at the national title game back in '05. Along with, it would have been really cool to have been at the older games, or to have watched Earl Campbell play when he actually was here at Texas. There's a lot of stuff like that. Of course, without needing to even mention, but like the Jordan championship games. A lot of stuff that some of the other people have already responded with, I think would be really cool. And there's been a lot of good responses, but the one I was thinking about is not so much an actual sports moment, as far as it wasn't a specific game, but rather just a moment in the history of sports that I think was really cool, especially for having been back then, and just even now. I think if athletes were to take a little bit more from some of the people that have played the games back in the day, some of the way the players carried themselves and stuff, I think the games would be so much more different. These days, everything is so built around money. I think the players sometimes forget about the fans. They forget about how much the game means to us, or the sport. But my moment that I would have liked to have been at is Lou Gehrig's farewell speech. I think it's just like one of the most classic moments in time, historically, not just in sports, but just for the time period that it was in. I've watched it. I'm a big Yankees fan, so of course, Lou Gehrig being a Yankee, it means that much more. But I think to have been faced with what he was faced with, knowing that he was dying. While he was still playing the game, I don't necessarily think he was at the peak of his game or anything. I think he was, a little past that. But the fact that he was faced with that, and he was able to take it the way he did, and still come out and make the speech he made, and mention that he was the luckiest man alive because of what he had a chance to do with his life. It just spoke a lot, for itself. Again, for that time period, and even now, I think it's just something that to this day, I think it, when I go back and watch it, or I think about it, it helps kind of keep things in perspective, because it's not even about the athletes. It was something more about life in general, and just being appreciative of the life you have. I mean, here's somebody who was stuck with something that, now the disease, of course, is named after him, but to know that he was facing that, and he was able to look upon it and be positive about it. It speaks volumes. I think it's something big, even now, that people can take a lesson from. Sometimes we're all going through different things. Of course, we all come onto YouTube, blogs, stuff like that. Sports cards is a really nice getaway for a lot of us. I know for me it is. It's just some time to kind of change the pace. You work every day, you do whatever everybody does with their lives. Romie, I know that what you do is very important, and I'll go ahead and take the time to tell you I appreciate what you do, man. It's it's extremely important as far as what you do for us in your regular everyday life. I mean, you're a great guy on YouTube and stuff, but just knowing that you're in the military, my hat's off to you. That much more respect to you, man. It's a really important position, and something important in life that you deal with outside of this community. And so, again, to have to deal with our regular lives, and then we come on here, and it's a chance for us to get away and have fun and kind of just do something on the side. But again, dealing with regular life, we all have so much stuff going on, and some of us are going through hard times. There's some people on here I don't even need to mention. You all know who you are, who are going through some hard times and are dealing, different health issues, things like that. And to see you get on here and be positive and continue to do your thing and just be such good people in general. Honestly, I think Ryan Dominus Infinitus kind of put it best. He was one of the first people that kind of communicated with me a little bit when I was first getting on here and watching videos and kind of commenting. He was one of the first people that kind of talked back to me, started messaging me, sent me just because. I mean, just was really welcoming. And one of the things right off the bat that he had mentioned to me was that this, as much as, people came for the cards and everything, the friendships and everything everybody develops on here is a lot more than just the cards eventually. And it really has become that. And so, again, with that, I feel like, you come on here and you do come on here to kind of get away and look at cards and, get a chance to kind of BS with people and stuff. But you end up making a lot of good friendships, and you end up finding out a lot about people, and you end up finding out a lot about yourself and the way you think about things, because some people do expose a lot of their personal lives and what they're going through and what they do to get through their lives and stuff. And so, I know I'm rambling at this point, but Romie, thanks a bunch, man. I do appreciate it. Awesome contest. If there was a chance to actually go back and see some of these moments, I think we just really would be awestruck with all the things that have happened in history. And I think we're living in a really good time. We've got to see a lot of records being broken. We've had a chance to see a lot of great athletes in our time period. I know there was a lot of greats before us, but it's a good time. It's a good time in sports. There's a lot of great athletes that are playing these days that we're lucky enough to see, and hopefully when we get older and the younger kids later on look back at us, they'll be able to see some of the things that we see now in the athletes before our time. So that's it for me for right now for this contest. I've got some videos that I've got to get done, but I did want to start with this one because I know Romie's ending the contest soon. So again, thanks Romie. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's having a good weekend and enjoying the March Madness. Take care. We'll talk to y'all soon.
For the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad brag. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.